I'm only gonna dress this shit one time. Since y'all wanna be on the front lines. Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? See, right there, that's the punchline.
Breaking news: the conflict between Eazy The Block and Remy Ma. You must listen to this because the captain is finally unraveling, and things are going to become serious. According to rumors circulating, Affliction was the most recent trauma instance. Remy Ma and Eazy The Block, as if that weren't enough, Captain has been venting to anyone who will listen, saying that Remy still has feelings for Papoose. According to sources, the two got into a heated argument in the car after he publicly questioned her loyalty. He is reportedly angry with Remy for bringing Papoose's new girlfriend in front of him. The most recent accounts indicate that the argument wasn't isolated. Blow out for those of you who may have missed this astonishing event. Let me explain. Remy played him. It has been building for weeks and is finally nearing a boiling point. Yes, you read correctly. She was supposedly using Eazy as a rebound, while she was still obsessively focused on Papoose and his new relationship for several months. Rumors about Remy Ma's divorce from Papoose first surfaced in late 2023, shortly after it was revealed that Remy had cheated on Papoose with an underground rapper who was easy to get along with. Since then, Remy Ma has been in the press constantly. Captain, and when Papoose shared a Father's Day photo with his daughter, he publicly announced their breakup, making matters worse. After their split, Remy and E began appearing in public together, and when Remy abruptly stopped showing up, everyone realized their marriage was done. That's when things took a bad turn during a fight with rapper G Gotti. Remy was seen lending a hand behind the scenes, but when G Gotti revealed the true reason for Remy and E's strong bond, he didn't mince words and went right to the point, criticizing everything, including her tumultuous relationship with Ease. Will this be the end of Remy and Eazy's brief romance with the Block Captain, or will there be more mayhem ahead? Stay tuned because this drama isn't finished yet. Can you believe that Gotti didn't hold back when she accused Remy Ma of cheating on Papoose, the same man who had supported her during her incarceration and been faithful to her for years? Even more astounding is the fact that Papoose didn't even refute these allegations of infidelity. Rather, it seemed as if he accepted them, acknowledging that Remy wasn't as faithful as everyone believed. After Gotti dropped the bombshell, he doubled down on it, and this is what he had to say. Since the rumors of Remy's adultery began to circulate, it's no secret that her reputation suffered greatly. Knowing Remy, we all expected her to come out strong and deny the accusations, but this is where things go south. Instead of confronting the situation, she chose to remain silent. But silence doesn't imply weakness. And it turns out that Remy wasn't merely playing around with Eazy The Block. While Eazy may have been in the news, there is another player involved who doesn't want to be seen in public with Remy. It didn't take long for identity to be revealed, which is bad news. Captain reports from various media outlets have revealed that she was in a polyamorous relationship. After receiving criticism for her contentious relationship, the plot thickens, doesn't it? Another underground rapper was seen holding hands and sporting matching timepieces. Remy first attempted to deny this connection, but guess what? A number of media outlets confirmed it, and the truth came flooding out. Just when you thought Remy couldn't get any more shocking, she revealed something shocking a few weeks ago that left the internet in shock. She has reportedly started dating someone else, and this time it's Clarissa Shields. Remy, the boxing champion, even shared a screenshot of Papa with his new girlfriend, adding a critical caption to the picture. Message while lying at my house. Papoose dozed off while talking on the phone with Clarissa Shields, and he won't go. After Remy's explosive revelation, Things between her and Clarissa Shields descended into complete chaos. The two women didn't hold back, engaging in a series of heated arguments with Clarissa, even threatening to physically confront Remy whenever they crossed paths. This girl is supposed to be a world champion boxer, but she hung up as soon as she heard my voice. Now I'm telling you everything, and you're not the only one. Many of Remy's fans were in complete shock when he criticized Papoose for forming a new relationship since, let's not ignore it seems like Remy, with her constant hateful energy, is still not over Papoose. She can't stand seeing him find peace with someone else. And just when you think this story couldn't get any more jaw-dropping, she cheated on him first. She is furious that he moved on with someone else. And it's obvious that she doesn't want to see him happy weeks after all the chaos with Clarissa. A few minutes into the performance, Remy arrives at a public gathering. When West took the stage, the audience's reaction was unbelievable. The crowd had begun to applaud for the Block Captain throughout his rap battle, but what followed left everyone in disbelief.
I'm only going to dress this shit one time. Since y'all want to be on the front lines. Hey, yo, Remy, don't you love me? See, right there, that's your punchline.
The video went viral within hours of its posting, and fans quickly attacked Remy Ma for what they perceived as her inciting trouble for Papoose, despite the fact that she was still with Eazy The Block Captain talking about Messi. However, insiders are now exposing that things weren't as they seemed, as the question caught Remy off guard, and she chose to quickly say yes to avoid adding to the drama, even though she wasn't prepared for the fallout. Now the truth is out. Eazy put her in a difficult situation by failing to warn her that this bombshell was imminent, and as a result, things blew up between Remy and, according to a source, Eazy and a heated argument broke out. Remy has been on a warpath since she chastised Papoose for dating someone new, and Eazy feels like he's being taken advantage of because Remy isn't treating him with the respect he deserves. However, this is where karma may come into play, because moving on to Remy while she was cool with Papoose was nothing short of betrayal, and betrayal always has consequences. Eazy is currently feeling the sting of that decision, and some may argue that this is his karma coming full circle. Fans are talking about the entire situation, and many are shocked at how Remy may have done Papoose dirty after. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Remy Ma is the epitome of why some people say you shouldn't date a New York woman. People are criticizing her for everything he did for her, saying that she could have treated him better after all the years of support and loyalty. Remy Ma has gone out sadder than anyone else I can think of, and she will continue to crash out during this midlife crisis and perimenopause period. She'll look back on this and realize that it was the worst choice she's ever made. Family is a complicated thing, and for someone like 50 Cent, who battled his way to fame with unwavering ambition, his personal story is just as intense as his rise to success. While the world knows him as a rap icon, few people realize the drama and heartbreak behind his family life. Do you have genuine feelings for Eazy The Block Captain? Or was she just using him as a rebound to get over Papoose? We've seen the chaos unfold, but what's the real story behind it all? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. There is more to 50 Cent's story than meets the eye. 50 Cent, whose real name is Curtis Jackson, became a father in 1996 when his then-girlfriend Sheena Tompkins gave birth to Marquise. At the time, everything seemed to be going well, but as their rocky relationship fell apart, so did the family bond. Tension between 50 and his eldest son, Mares Jackson, had already begun. At the same time, he has poured his love and attention into his younger son, Sire, while juggling complex relationships from his past. As a child, the Marquis loved their father and saw him as a superhero, someone larger than life. However, as he grew older, that admiration turned into disappointment, and by the time they reached the legal end of things in 2008, their father-son relationship was barely hanging on due to 50 arguments with Tompkins and messy legal battles that turned their communication into a distant lawyer-mediated process. The last straw came in 2008 when Mares was seen in a picture with Kenneth Supreme's son, Griffa. This betrayal hit 50 Cent hard, and he responded with a harsh social media comment that said if Mares and McGriff's son were hit by a bus, he wouldn't feel a thing. It was a cold-cut statement that demonstrated how strained their relationship had become, with family members saying that Mares frequently stirred the pot by purposefully doing things to agitate his father. He would associate with people 50 didn't like or post things online to irritate him. It became a twisted game, with both parties refusing to back down. About hate but profound disappointment, pointing out that he had given Mares far more money than he had ever had as a child, but he felt that his son was not showing him any respect. In 2022, Mars made an attempt to publicly attract his father's attention by offering $6,700, the same amount 50 had paid in child support each month, for just one day of his father's time. Maris claimed it wasn't about money. He just wanted to spend time with his father, but 50 rejected the offer, stating that a genuine attempt to reconcile wouldn't involve social media. Maris later disclosed that he had attempted to reach out privately, but had been unsuccessful because he lacked his father's phone number and was blocked on social media. Despite the pain, Maris is adamant about making a name for himself and enters the music industry, dropping songs and attempting to forge a career free from his father's shadow. In contrast, 50 Cent's relationship with his younger son, Sire, appears stronger, but it is also shaped by the difficulties he has faced through all the ups and downs of 50's family story. One of love, betrayal, and the difficulties that make family relationships so difficult to manage. It serves as a reminder that even the most successful people can have deep-seated family issues that conceal layers of suffering, joy, and conflict. For 50 Cent, his journey as a father and a son is no exception. In September 2012, he welcomed his second son, Sire, with Daphne Joy. His relationship with his eldest son, Maris, was turbulent, but on the surface, their bond seemed much closer. In March 2024, Daphne posted on social media, accusing 50 of mistreatment, saying that her heart was broken and that any hope she had left in him as a father was gone. 50 Cent denied the accusations, but the public accusations escalated their already complex relationship. Around this time, 50 was rumored to be moving to get sole custody of Sire, while accusations were circulating about Daphne's involvement in adult work, which she vehemently denied. The drama was no longer limited to courtrooms. It was featured in headlines. This wasn't the first time their dispute had made headlines, as 50 faced domestic violence charges in 2013 after him. Despite all of this, his focus on his legacy remains unwavering, especially when it comes to Sir. In a recent interview, he openly stated that his entire wealth would be left to his youngest son, emphasizing that everything he's built will be for Sir to carry. His argument with Daphne escalated, and he was accused of kicking her and damaging her property. However, he avoided serious charges by pleading guilty to misdemeanor vandalism, and the incident resulted in 3 years of probation and community service. For those who are familiar with 50's past, McGriff is more than just a name. He's connected to a dark chapter in the rapper's life. McGriff was allegedly involved in the 2000 shooting that nearly killed 50, so seeing his son with the child of someone so closely linked to that event was a breaking point. As fans continue to admire his dedication to Sire, many couldn't help but wonder what about his firstborn Mars. The tension between 50 and Mars has been a recurrent story, and one of the most explosive moments occurred in 2018 when Mars shared a picture of his son with Kenneth Supreme McGriff's son. Had become as 50 Cent's laser-like focus on creating a future for Sire loomed in the background, leaving fans wondering if there was any chance for healing. Behind the headlines and platinum records lies the story of a man shaped by both tragedy and triumph. Curtis Jackson wasn't just a product of Queens, New York. He was a boy raised by a single mother who fought valiantly to give him a better life. His mother, Sabrina Jackson, was his world. She was a hustler who was determined to provide for her son, even if it meant stepping into Her life on the streets was tragically cut short in 1983 when Curtis was just 8 years old. His mother was killed in what authorities suspected was a homicide. Someone had drugged her, left her unconscious, and set her apartment on fire. Her death remains unsolved, a haunting mystery that shaped 50 Cent's life forever. She was known for her strength and resilience, making moves in a world that wasn't kind to women like her, despite living in dangerous territory in their South Jamaica, Queens neighborhood. A turning point in Curtis's life, it fueled his ambition, drive, and relentless pursuit of success, but it also left scars that shaped the complex man we know today, a father attempting to balance his legacy with the pain of unresolved relationships. Family has always been at the center of 50 Cent's life, but it hasn't been without its share of heartbreak and challenges. In interviews, 50 Cent has talked about how his mother, Sabrina Jackson, died when he was just 8 years old, leaving a wound that never completely healed. He recalls how her death shaped him, recalling the specifics of how she was tragically taken, saying that someone put something in her. Sabrina was more than just his mother. She was a tough, no-nonsense woman who made sure her son was prepared for the harsh world around him. 50 remembers her as nurturing but firm, always encouraging him to pick himself up and keep going. Her words, "Get up. What are you crying for?" stuck with him, shaping the way he approached life's challenges, both as a child and later as a global star. He admits that she took away the one person who meant the world to him, and even as an adult, he acknowledges that whenever life throws him a curveball, found himself in his grandmother's care in South Jamaica, Queens. By the time he was 12, he was already working, dealing drugs, and learning how to live on the streets, a path he didn't want to take, but felt compelled to take in order to survive. 50 Cent has never held back when discussing those years. His music and interviews vividly depict a period of arrests, fights, and risky choices, but throughout it all, his grandmother was his rock. She was the only constant in a chaotic life. "I was my grandmother's baby," he remembers, emphasizing the sharp contrast. Living with his grandmother wasn't always easy because of his tough exterior on the streets and the fact that the boy had to ask permission to walk home from school. Tensions ran high because of his Aunt Sylvia, who resented Curtis taking her place in the family. Despite this, 50 Cent felt a strong bond with his grandmother and frequently felt as though she saw his mother's face in his own. This unspoken bond made her love even more profound, but it also carried a weight that he felt every day. The loss of his grandmother years later was more painful than anything 50 had ever gone through. He recalls being called to the hospital where the entire family had gathered. When he spoke to her, her eyes brightened despite her frailty, and after their brief time together, he watched as her heart rate dropped. His aunt turned to him and said, "She was waiting for you." It was a loss he found difficult to process, one that remained with him even as he dealt with the ongoing tragedies of losing friends and loved ones to addiction, violence, and accidents. Fast forward to August 2024, and 50 suffered yet another terrible loss when he posted a heartfelt message on Instagram, remembering his grandfather's sacrifices. While family remains a cornerstone of 50 Cent's life, his relationships haven't always been easy. One example is his relationship with Daphne Joy, the mother of his youngest son, Sire. Their relationship has been rocky, marked by legal battles and public accusations. In May 2023, model and actress Daphne accused 50 Cent of mistreatment in a now-deleted Instagram post, causing a wave of public attention. In response, 50 Cent filed a defamation lawsuit claiming, despite the chaos, 50 Cent continues to focus on his family, navigating a legacy filled with love, loss, and unrelenting challenges. Sire has frequently found himself in the middle of his parents' turbulent relationship, and 50 Cent has always expressed a strong desire to be there. Daphne's accusations of feeling mistreated and controlled added fuel to an already strained relationship for 50 Cent, as it was about making sure his bond with his son remained intact. Despite the heated back and forth, 50 Cent decided to drop the lawsuit in September 2023, leaving the door open for him to refile later if necessary. For the time being, It seemed he wanted to step away from the legal drama, though it's unclear whether this was done to de-escalate the situation or as part of a larger plan. His battles with Daphne Joy have complicated his lawsuit against her. He claimed that her accusations were not only about harming his reputation, but also an attempt to keep him away from his father. Unresolved on another front, 50 Cent's long-running feud with Sheena Tompkins, the mother of his oldest son, Mares, has been a toxic saga that has lasted for more than 20 years. Their relationship began in the late 1990s, but it has since devolved into a cycle of public insults, lawsuits, and constant social media jabs. In January 2019, the animosity was rekindled when 50 Cent accused Shaniqua of using funds from his first international tour for cosmetic surgery rather than real estate. Shanna didn't hold back, responding with a pointed clapback that only made their rocky relationship worse. The custody dispute for their son continued until 2008, long after they had broken up, and by that time, their relationship had become a public battleground. Even financial arrangements became a point of contention. 50 Cent disclosed that he had been giving Shaniqua $40,000 a month, or about $500,000 a year, for the care of Maris, but Shaniqua was unhappy and demanded more. Frustrated, 50 Cent took the matter to court, and the amount was lowered to $6,700 per month. The drama didn't end there, though, as Sheena allegedly collaborated on a real TV show with